So don't worry. Again, I will be making some edits for this video.
Okay.
Okay. So if we made some mistakes here and there, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀 Salman, and today I have a surprise for you. Someone who literally made it. We have a lady. She's a wonderful flight attendant. She suffered from COVID-19 like many of you, and she got unemployed, unfortunately, from a job that she really loves. And, being a flight attendant, not easy to, find another job. The best thing she can do, work in aviation. But again, aviation is disrupted by COVID-19, the pandemic itself. So what she did is something I would really love to share with you today. That's why we're having Schenade today with us. She will going to share with us her story, her transition from being unemployed, a flight attendant, to switching the whole industry and go into sales and technology. She's stuff. I'm not sure exactly what kind of stuff is that, but she will tell us more about it. Hello, Schenade. How are you?
Good. How are you, Hatton? Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. So happy to have you here. So Schenade, let's just introduce you first. Tell us about yourself.
Okay. Well, my name's Schenade. I was flight attendant for 7.5 years before COVID. Now, 2 jobs later, I'm doing business development for an electronic media marketing company specializing in communication platforms. And yeah, I've been doing this now for a little over a month, almost 2 months.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. So we were interested to know first, like, how did your career start at some point? Ended up with aviation, and suddenly, I think it plummeted at some point. Then you moved up again. What happened?
Well, for as long as I could remember, I wanted to be a flight attendant. My mother was a flight attendant. My aunts were flight attendants. The stories were also fascinating. I wanted to be a flight attendant. However, before that, I was just doing a job in like sales and marketing, but deep down wanted to be a flight attendant. Finally, at 23, I got into Ethihad. I was flying for 7.5 years, living my life, enjoying everything about it. And then COVID-19. On June 1st, 2020, date I will never forget, about thousands of us in my company got emails saying we were let go because of COVID-19. Yeah, because of COVID-19, sorry.
Yeah.
I still remember that day. I walked out, went to my flatmate, just went, said her name. The minute I said her name, she knew why, because we were all expecting the emails. We were told whoever was affected would find out in the next 24 hours. My flatmate started crying before I did. I was just in shock, like complete shock, called my parents, still in shock, just telling them I'm coming home. They were so confused, like, what do you mean you're coming home? It's like, I lost my job. Yes, the next few days were full of shock. There was crying, there was shock. I was going between like both those feelings. I was really sad to lose my job, but I was also really sad because the house I lived in would no longer be my house because it was a company accommodation. The city I lived in would most probably no longer be my city because if I didn't find a job, I would have to leave, go back home. So it was all very traumatic, I could say, at that point. So I felt sorry for myself for a few days, cried, complained, why me? All of us say, why me? But then
I can't imagine number of flight attendants who asked the same question, went through the same thing.
Exactly.
And I can't imagine number of people also in different industries who have lost their job, mostly in industries that have been affected badly, maybe hospitality for is one of them. What next? We have lost our job. What next?
Yeah.
What did you in this case? I wouldn't want to know. What did you do after that? Where you start realize, okay, I have to make a change?
Well, so I decided that I didn't want to leave the UAE and I couldn't keep crying about it. So I had to do something about it. So pulled out my CV. I actually did a little course so quickly on how to make your CV stand out, basically. Right. Sat there, refreshed my CV, got new pictures taken from my CV, and then I decided to just start applying for jobs. In the beginning, I actually thought that I would only be good for doing, say, customer service jobs, hospitality jobs, because that was the industry I was in for 7.5 years. it was one industry where flight attendants can easily transition to is hospitality. So I was only looking for jobs like that, but I knew deep down that that's not what I wanted to do. Again, just talking to people, someone said, why don't you try sales as well? I'm like, I don't have any experience in sales.
Interesting.
Like, yeah, but being a flight attendant, you have so many skills that can be transferred into sales. It's like, okay, started applying for jobs in sales. So then I got my first, so I lost my job June 1st. I started a new job the last week of July, doing sales management for an interior design company.
That's short period. When was the period when you realized I can try something else?
When maybe a week or 2 weeks after.
So you
It
really
was just
proactively started really, so, okay, you didn't like, all right, it's over for a month or two or for a few weeks. Oh my God, I can't make this out work. No, you
no.
really started to do, I have to do something. And the first thing is that what skills I have to work on. The first thing is your CV, of course, how to
Yeah.
get a proper CV. Then you jumped into, okay, let's apply to customer service or whatever kind of jobs that are relevant to whatever you have been doing for the past 7 years with Ethihad. Then someone apparently clicked and told you, listen, you have another option, sales. And that's where you start applying to sales. But apparently you got a job quite fast. How did you do that? Or what happened?
Hatem, I would wake up at 8 a.m. on my laptop. I think I applied to every job that I could apply to in Dubai. In that time, I got 3 interviews. I actually got all 3 jobs, but the one I was with last, that was one I picked, and that was the one that I was happiest about, because I felt like there would be a future for me growing, especially in sales. So yeah, I was with them for July till, well, I started July till May 2021.
Oh,
And while working with them, I realized that not only did I like sales, I was good at it. I don't want to blow my own trumpet here, but I was good at it and I enjoyed it. I went in with 0 experience in sales. I had no idea what to do. Like, honestly, if you tell me, how do you sell interior design? If you told me this 2 years ago, I'd be like, what? So yeah, 0 experience. And then my job was, well, mostly business development. I had to bring in, the company was a brand new company in the UAE. I had to bring in clients for them, build a customer base. They may have given me a list with 50 clients just to give me an idea of the type of clients I need to bring in.
interesting.
By the time I left, I grew their database to about 2,000 clients, all my own, brought in leads from big companies. I can't name them, but big companies for them to do interior works for. So I must say I was very proud of myself, but unfortunately I was not really enjoying the whole interior design aspect of it, interior fit outs.
Yeah.
It's not really my cup of tea. And I could feel myself getting drawn into wanting to be something tech related. Who doesn't want to be in that industry?
Interesting.
So after my probation, I decided I need to start trying again, because I understand that some people say you shouldn't be jumping jobs a lot and stuff, but I also think people will understand that my previous job was a job of necessity. And now, even though it hadn't even been a year, I was moving on to do something that I will actually enjoy. So I started applying to companies in the field that I wanted to be working in.
Nice.
And that's how I landed in my current company.
Nice. That's a wonderful journey, actually, what you have been through and the realizations and what you have learned through this period. It's amazing. Actually, a lot of people come to me and tell me, Haytham, how this is going to work for me. I mean, like, I'm not a sales guy. That's going to work for me. There's no way I'm approaching sales. I have 0 experience in sales, blah, 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 blah. Oh, marketing. I can't do marketing. I have 0 experience in marketing. And a lot of excuses and a lot of self-limiting kind of thoughts.
Yeah.
People are not willing to get out of their shell. And this like drives me crazy, right?
Exactly. There's like so many flight attendants I know as well, still looking for jobs, but being very like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. They're like, oh, I can't do sales, I have no experience. Neither did I. And the thing is, as a flight attendant, we do have sales experience. It's so transferable. People don't even realize we're selling every day. It was the stupidest, smallest things. Like, if you ran out of chicken and you've convinced the passenger to have fish, you just sold that fish. I know it's very small, but from it's small things like that. Flight attendants have such good interpersonal skills that they can do whatever they want if they put their mind to it. I know flight attendants who've gone into real estate and are excelling at it. Because again, anything which needs a human touch, a flight attendant can do. Which is why even with sales, we make great salespeople, because as flight attendants, even at work, you work with sometimes 15 different nationalities on one flight. Then it comes to passengers. You know how to deal with so many different passengers
Diversity.
that we become ideal candidates in the business development role, because especially in Dubai, in the UAE, because everyone's from everywhere. Who better to deal with different nationalities than a flight attendant?
Exactly. I mean, like probably I don't know how many nationalities you meet a day in the airport or on that plane. The same thing in real life in Dubai. Everywhere, like you'll deal with every nationality. So actually it's the same. I'm going in different, similar environment, right? We're not different here. And the most of all, you're using the right skills, the interpersonal skills. You're using this here. And probably this is where we realize that there are transferable skills that probably I have to point my microscope on, rather than looking at the stuff that are not related to me. Look at what I can do with what I have. And I think this is the realization here. And I thought, yeah, let's try that. And you went into sales and it worked at some point. I believe you're doing a wonderful and amazing job right now. So
I think I am.
I believe so. I believe so.
Yeah, no, honestly, yes. At this new company of mine, I'm truly, truly enjoying my role. And because I'm enjoying it so much, I'm so motivated to like keep going. I want to excel at it. It's a new company in the UAE, but they've been in India for like 12 years.
Wow.
And I just feel grateful that I'm with them for the beginning of their Dubai journey, and I want to be part of their success here, because they'll say something about myself as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I am truly enjoying this job.
It's amazing what opportunities are there for us in the market, but we are just closing one of our eyes rather than opening both and see
exactly
what's there, right? What if I try this? What if I approach this? What if I ask this person or reach out to this person or take some positive opinions rather than negative opinions, like it's not gonna work, someone tried it, didn't work, right? Surrounding us with positive people also plays a big role here.
For sure.
It's really fascinating, Schenade. This story, the whole thing is just like mind-blowing. And I believe it will inspire and motivate a lot of flight attendants or even those who worked with different industries. You are someone who have worked in different industries as well before reaching the aviation, work in aviation, then moving to probably also another industry and another domain. So I want to hear now from you before we end this interview, what are the lessons learned, you believe, and what is your message to whoever watching this video or interview?
Well, I think one of the biggest lessons learned is hard work does pay off. I did work hard to get the jobs I have. A lot of people will tell me, oh, you got so lucky you found a job. And I'm like, I wasn't lucky. I was lucky I got the job, but I put in weeks and weeks and weeks, waking up at 8 a.m., from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., applying to jobs. So hard work, keep pushing. Yes, there will be lots of rejections, but from 100 rejections, you will get at least one call back for an interview. And secondly, confidence. Just be confident in yourself and that you can do anything, and you will. Even if you say, oh, I don't know how to do this. We live in the internet world. Google it and you will learn. My biggest belief is nobody can say today, I don't know how to do this, because you can just Google it. There'll be videos, there'll be step-by-step instructions. So yeah.
Interesting. I like the fact that you're encouraging others also to learn. We have the internet, for God's sake. We live in 2021 and everything's just a click away from us. If I want to learn something, I'll make it, I will do it. I have an amazing guy also I spoke to, Nu'man, recently, and he realized that I have to get out of my shell, Haytham. I have to learn something new to make a difference in my career. And the first thing he did, just improving specific skills to help him enforce his communication skills at some point and reach out people. Schenade, this is amazing. If you guys are wondering how I met Schenade, listen, through internet as well, through LinkedIn. It's one of the biggest and the best networking platforms out there that will help you really reach out people and find them. Schenade made a post. She shared a small story. This is the essence of content creation as well. In a proper storytelling approach, she just put that there. And how many views you got, you said?
About 70,000.
70,000. That's this crazy number. Even like influencers with millions of followers probably would not be able to make that. And probably
Yeah,
that also
I think
includes,
it's 70. I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe more, maybe less. But I wrote it from my heart, so
yeah. This is amazing. I mean, like opportunities are there, tools are there. It's just like how willing are we to make the difference for ourselves, get out of our shell, accept the facts, be more positive, and go through the right career path. Sinead, thank you very much. It was an amazing talk. And I hope that you will be also will make a difference for your career, for others' career. Let's hope that this video or this interview would inspire and motivate more job seekers who are looking for a change and getting out of the unemployment gap. Thank you very much, Sinead. I hope
thank
guys,
you.
thank you very much. It was a great pleasure. I hope guys you love this video. Please check out Sinead's LinkedIn, connect with her. Let's build this community of people who are supporting each other for the sake of, let's say, growing our presence online, growing our career. I'm here with you also, 𝗧𝗺𝗺𝗀𝗀 Salman. Reach out to me as well. If you have any comments and opinions that you would like to discuss and talk about, please write these in the comments section. If you have something you want to talk about freely, openly, or like privately, also reach out to us directly. Connect with Sinead. You'll find her link out there as well as mine. Until then, looking forward to see you all, guys. Thank you very much. Take care and bye-bye. Wonderful. I love that.